On Thursday, President Museveni set off from Rwakitura to Kampala as he made stopovers to greet and thank people who voted him in the just concluded elections. Some of the gatherings were in districts where Electoral Commission barred candidates from campaigning due to high cases of COVID-19. On Saturday last week, the president used the opportunity and explained to the country that the reason as to why they were cracking down on opposition, especially whenever they would hold mass gatherings, was the fact that the government was trying to avoid this mass spread of COVID-19. So don't you think what he did just yesterday was completely a sign of double standards?
Ones were being gathered by the roadside as somebody passes. Even when there is a minimum risk, but the message the president was giving was basically one: COVID is real, watch out and take care. Have masks on, social distance. He himself, he played like a symbol. He had his mask on, he social distanced, and he became an example. Some people may wish to quote him as an example from that perspective.
According to Kampala Central MP-elect, the president's actions will have a bearing on all politicians.
What can we tell the people as leaders? That a politician can say one thing and mean another? Now the president has to do a lot of work to convince the people that there is actually COVID-19. And the question now would be, do we still even need curfew? Because crowds gathered to welcome him, and he was seeing the crowds, and he knew that they would be there. It's very unfortunate. As a country, how will we as leaders tell people not to stop gathering as a result of enforcement of COVID-19 restrictions that were brought forward by His Excellency the President? I think it's a huge challenge, and I can tell you, it leaves the nation divided. When will people now trust elites? When will people learn to trust the president?
Can the opposition during this time also use the opportunity, especially those who would wish to go and thank their voters, also do the same thing in a fair manner?
All these NUP members, DP members in the country, UPC, and NRM, all those people who passed and won their elections, celebrated. What I don't know is whether they use the same opportunity to disseminate the information about the prevention of COVID.
On several occasions during campaigns, police fired tear gas and bullets to disperse supporters of opposition presidential candidates Patrick Oboya Muriat and Robert Kyagulanyi. Some critics say that because the police never dispersed the gatherings that were on the highways, completely translates into what many have been alleging, that the police does not play a fair game. They are one-sided. In other words, they dance to the tunes of the regime in power.
One, not everybody is a commander-in-chief, and I don't want anybody to take a risk because the president has done it, that they also want to do it, because there are two different scenarios. And when the police will be assessing risk and collateral damage, I think the risk of dispersing people near a president or where a president is going to be is more likely to create bigger harm to the president or those near him.
What would be the collateral damage? I mean, they knew it, he announced it, we all know.
But what is the way forward?
This country now needs dialogue. We need to come back and sit on the drawing board and table, whereby we must analyze, do we need reason versus might, or we need dialogue? The use of might will not help. It's only increasing the anger of the people.
Sudil Yarhanga, NTV.